Yeah, Adomako Baafi, former communications director of the New Patriotic Party (NPP), and Obeka Mensa Hadmofa. Good afternoon, Akwaba.
Major Mira.
Apomoko dear.
Unyami cry.
It is good to have you in the studio this afternoon. But let me start with the NPP going into the 2024 elections. I remember I said before the elections, and you were so hopeful said the NPP would win or would defeat the NDC in the elections. But results in the and to me Uncle Yama NPP in the first place, no, did it come to you as a surprise?
Medasipi. Mami nchia etiefo ni ahwefo a adomadom ye na ewie wo mo hwe. Nyense nyame asomdwe mfa mo man no. Of course me to be nkasa obra yura to bi nko. Yesi dua ne mahoma hunu soro. Eje onya na de tuo ne boto mu a kanya nsem na oti hei. Nti yura wo so ye chiao. Na de mesere nsem se yedi bronya wie yi. Ne to aba wie bre di kan ya ne mo be hie di.
Okay.
Nti medical magana for mo hwe no mu tie nyina no afinhia pa. Na afutuo kakra mbe ba ne se achie ne mu esana bebo nyina. Nya mesere Ghana for titru ne MPP for ne adofo a no mu gidi o mu no. Na enso so no aye tafra hwe ase. Butu a edaye ya. Ne nka se mpagie ni hwe nya. Nya me kro na no MPP penso no. Nya me kro na ne wa. Ne mo ni nyina ne so bit my oye de ka so bi opposition a. Enye duabo.
Okay.
Enye duabo. Obi wa NDCC na banyabo. Wa she t-shirt ikura bi ko de kwa sorry. Enso so nim dia a obi take advantage of abana. Obi sie obi sie sibuo. So ti ase. Me dem rebia ma right titi sem yemienu na meta afa dodo na free Bible.
Okay.
Why na dwene say Joseph. Ni krom. Ni nuanam kra no mu no ne eton no. Enkwaso mu ye no kotu afiase. Eho no be ye minister. So ti ase.
Yeah.
Edinti bia brati say we say mo nyame nim de o ye de amanema. So otimi hwe oni emaye na mo adwene da ho ye eye de obeya a me nyame betuma pagya. Ade Ibrahim Yeram ama ni nua. Enye MPP time obi attachment. Na me say MPP NDC time. Me so men krata me twire say nyame pagya me a eno metu agu. Nti ni nyina ne say ye ni kan ema nyame suro ni anim.
Okay.
Ye ma o man ho do ento so. Amajesam de de benia no a yebeja ho. Na no ye na president Kufo. E kire ye Yewura Kufo adobai. Ene wo bodi ade X na be hye.
Okay.
Ebra no so na nyame mmom mfie me wo no mo kwa. Ye ni aka kire me yenso yekutam. Yenso ya mbie emfie so ye ni ebekọ. Panimfo bi kọ. Ndi se ma amanyosem no eye mebrebe. Me dey ha me say some of us took a decision say ye di jo ane ye dia so. Nti kiema Yewura mama emre. Na nso so no ono ankasa no ye fumboni news masenti no. Obi a wo ye di ama wo no. Efe ni ma wo ye no. Eni akuti aboni nsima okeka no. Se wonye na dwen kura se opa Ghana fo ache so mama memra na meye mfom so am ye msesa no. Efe kura de me hu se be sima ka no. Ebredu e be ka.
2 months be oba ye na hu se
me chase na me bie mu akire wo a. Wo beti ase.
Okay.
Now the answer ntwire ni no. Eye so busa sa question no. So otra ho din a nya wanti anti the oti yesu na sekire obeye kura no de assemble to so nti do be busa me. And there is nothing like irrelevant question.
Okay.
Question be busa bia no. Me na o de mame no. And no na kire minim de ananya nsa nya me de mame.
Okay.
And nti no problem. I'll come to that. Nti MPP eno kre ye ko ekon. Eya manise mu kon. Ye kro no. Adwuma Yewura Kufo ado aye. Ana MPP efiri Yewura Kufo eni Yewura Kufo ado. Jesa de pa bia ka o maye no in recent times. Eye dam kwa buzia dombo. Ye Yewura Kufo ado. Kufo ni Yewura Kufo ado so bai. Emposa wo extend ya ko buzia time wa. Buzia time krampo no from 69 to 72 no. Wono na nkurase amamu wo de bai. Rural development wo de bai. Nyema no mebre operation feed yourself. E champo mu fa ni nyina free buzia honom. Nti ye party no yenim ne ye de mo man no. So ti ase na menua asome ni adanse etwasem bi adanse enne no me menua pani ye ni lanti vanderpool senya drip here say ko nya dwumo MPP na di ba
but the NDC claim say from the NDC time this is assembly we by local governance by
say omo nim dia obi nim obi kire PNDC time no enipa odi kan e betra PNDC a year no ye secretary or local government AJ Kufo rural development concept no buzi akwada ono na de buy
okay
ene ma de boy yen crofo no yen kan ne ma ye buzi akwada ene je Kufo ono na de sa concept no de buy of course our credit come now hoinom because academically they also contributed but enyo na de buy
okay
na mom kra se bi owo ba wo de wa ntuni dia na honfa so ni say india no there and it's because they are developing patent ade bia no eye na ekoyi aye na de ba health insurance ye na de ba school feeding krom say no mo ye mankan mankwada no I mean you don't understand them you know entinu minia na nyame adom MPP drip ye de ba ni nia de na chonya bi school feeding ye na de ba o mo nya bi ye na de health insurance ba o mo nya bi aye mbo ana yeah, the Ministry of Women and Children's Affairs and the Gender Ministry, and the Bombina Biaye, yeah, and the fisheries a buy. Into Bibiana, innovative for ye the Bebano. 2 million free and sir, or mobile betting, nursing in Emono, anything, ye dear getting or minor hodo, and in India, hear the crying. Sanchez a say, and yet 2 million year pen in temp, name say beside into that make cases to say, yeah, chrono, not ye Rakufu, a Juman, why ye no. Na otakwado no in America. Ubiani. We had the best message. And of course, we had the best presidential candidate. Yeah, even NDC for now kwano, woman near the bidding komo. No mean say Baumia pedigree. In recent times, the kind of a year the about politics in respect, discipline. And it's say enkoya temidie to nye dumo atemidie do this no and issue based. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
What do you say to those who said he also contributed to the defeat of the NPP because before NPP being power in 2016 he had said so many things about the economy but mobile you know the economy was said to be worse in it in its he carried a baggage
obi obekasa no na menua onya botre na won to no no hwehwem hwe mesre NPP for omutie yen mesre Ghana for omutie yen Infie nwatwe ama buy kane no woni mers buy no yemfa the economic indicators na yemfa mfie nwatwe ayenso ye buy no na yen just suppose no na be Ghana for atiase se wo no kofo jao GDP of 8.4 na se wutumi jao 3.5 na as at the time aye no na nam 6.9 ye yi abro anything amamfo bia chane yen ya nkyere mu yi e no mo de propaganda ne ko ye adwuma Minia, my musa say, Yatuoi, ya NDC bar 8 years. Sika me breba, womo e westi ni as brand ni adiadi, ye dwene Ghana, enkwada ebi ohodmo a, womo ye nyanka ni wisia, ye hia free SHS. Sika nko edi wura mu nko ano, eni adwuma ye ye, se anya adwuma bia akora biewa, eno nko ano ketimi bi etena so. Woni me ya adwen. Sanse de wiase no, enye ko biem. Wiase eyenim de
The question one was and it's a free SHS couldn't have won you the elections and that is what we saw in the 2024 election. At the end of it came back to the economy.
Mamicho, as a communication person, Nemi Gusu Misiano, Meno Beya said Enonkwa intimi. But Enonkwa see a packaging ye, and ye marketing strategy, and ye saw political communication in ya, Enonkwa bet Mamiarini.
So the MPP didn't do well in terms of communication.
I'm not here to apportion any blame. Onukate Kutami winning again a blueprint for the MPP's future success. And at this time, no, mental call radio so cry.
Okay.
But I love you. I love your producer and I out. Enemo into a forso me baby I'm one media be do aneso. This time no, say me come home kwan na radio ni akotra no we can wo be ma twere. Fadwene bra.
Okay.
So what you say? Fadwene bra. Adwene no ba ne hu so abin. Nti me ye we say ni nyina wie na especially as a communication person no. Medical dia mama boss is somebody I respect and I akomia onu so adwem. Be dia ma lawyers ni bi. Omo I just oppose to MPP's communication any NDC's communication or constitution and am there related international standard. E ku ya be fa so be more proactive. What you say? Party the ulu so for no the tiene say ententem no awase bi kan waka because e kwachire no now so o dwene nkabo mo ho enti e ba foforo no na e na obi afonfo na dia bafam ba le duru sabre no a wan hwe ya na wo kwaji ni mo
okay
because me metie no say party ni asomdua ye din beba but enne no amanfo ene menam o kan hye menam kantamanto menam makola ene obi obehun bia Mr. Adomako Rollins Park mama modran nkabo mu enti nsem bia ebi a wo manumu ana obi anumu no se obi ono no ton ne niema se mo party money da so enti esrem mo hwe nkabo mu a na madwen nye se beto aso de akọ enti question ni bia obusa me ni ade no I'll be evasive.
Okay.
I know the make
Senior workers watch your book. It is also important that we'll let Ghanaians know because diagnosing the problem will also help you to shape the future.
And you know, penny in traffic massive for. And in China, you share your market money.
Okay.
In China, we take it from there. Man, may just an infinitesimal aspect of the whole party. And to me, person anymore. Me person anymore. And I don't want to be a me true sabi me didi me den ho ye wo position me didi me den ho ye ba power me didi me den ho ya ko position me didi ma dwene me den ho eni nti nema ne bebre ho no mo a agitation ni ade no I try to avoid myself.
What do you think going forward should be the focus of the party in terms of rebranding and putting yourself on that path 2020 to me as a recapture power?
Me da se e ho no de no de me kasa se party need there but more of as a communication expert and a consultant I'll blend the two. Yes and there many be ho no mo a NDC ehwe ni MPP hwe ni be boy.
Okay,
because today's politics you can never do it without the media. What you say relationship with the media say yamu ya homodin kakra I am not blaming, but I'm trying to point out from the intellectual point of view. Because mono na moye the gatekeepers, mono na moye the fourth estate of the realm. So I say, moano and amoye bibia. And intino say, oh ye manuni na wonin sentre for no and to kesa. It is said the wasa cap manu embemu. Ye ko ye ni mu no. Ye momodin say, e betimi ne mo atro kese. Fortunately, some of us we were in the system with you guys and I sign edas room and the amanyo beka ho in the relationship any media is very important. The atosubiu yakuye ni mo no baakufo nkasa ade baakwa mu yen say academia a lot of the academia can no me constituency they were annoyed. They do no ahwe jampo nom kobi mensa nom any ade na minia any nipa mebrebe so I say o civil society it is CDD nom ye lawyer prempenom ni ade o mu nyina dey abandon us.
They blame the MPP say you were not consulting with them, you were not
also
dissenting views.
Also atibio fine me that say enya me na make akra yam tibia fa free honom and it moving ahead the organogram of the party prepare on top of it should be the media not yet the academia ba civil society group abam TUC abam that is trade union congress, all the opinion leaders in public relations we from say the influencers or the publics obi your opinion leader biano you should bring them on board.
Okay,
mama da bia meta dia asem we can e-levy yani ana na pesi feel because the dicey nature of e-levy on say ya no buy or mo bre ho a hwe na say ye ade say ye de ma academia no and o mo discuss ye and ye pk every ho no mo a and media no so mo a we will have insulated ourselves from any blame. Nanka we the academic yi wa ma economists finance yi no ma hwe situation no mo atimi aka nti why you say bibia no Adomako Baafi anu atede a me so kra ma no atesen enya de ebeboa nti moving ahead of be hwe eno so what you say aha ena politics moving ahead the man when say it's no more an answer is not strongly attached to ideology.
Okay,
so center right, center left, center right, conservatives, and your liberal components be edible, but and then the finest ideology a human factor, relationship building. Nipa ye obu okra no a enye osika no opo e na me nam say honorable na ma honhono me so kra honorable me nya honorable bia so what you say nipa ye many pantu asmase Enema mienu a ene politics also politician bia de channel relationship building.
Okay.
And emotional intelligence. Asem na yapa ba koya be fa so abeye no. Ma men ka se mo se nchiro. Be ta ka se wo yokuani obofo na betuma beye bopon a bopon ni obi oye bofo kese pa. So betimi a ni nyina ne se wo besua aboa no. E die tra America no sa me no mienu yete yi yentade ekura nche de ani enum ba eye chen fufuo yakokwa yemsi ekokum aboa ni ahihye atade fufuo wogina kiri kura na ohunu se ne tamfo de gina hoyi demo ye atade tuntum a otromo oyuo abrebie akrante adoa omu kura na onu so ohia nipa sa ohia ni nua amanyosem sa ne ye no wona oni mu nwa papa wona ho ofe pa obey ho ofe wona wo skapa wona say ye bold ni ani asori amanyosem ti brafom wako campaign ebia kura no edi sense ma ono apoto bibire wom yire ho nanom manipa no so ote so omo a na wo ko campaign wako fa cap we sei akwa ne we de so obehura tena ye kon so bibia ni what ma deception and hypocrisy ewom cha amanyosem but it should be positive obey kura mpa no na mutu say bayo ye okuri no ebia nkwanya o type then so ye area girl amanyosem we double betum atwende aba no and the tomre bi ese amanyofo no omo pe masem ani ade enye enia obi ape na so me de kasem na bia kire it is strategy wa amanyosem mu no ne ehia kase pa number 1 eye nipa ye
okay
titru pa no se nyame apagyawo na wo ye minister na ba bia wudi kane no heavy do
that's what alcohol
now that's alcohol we dia we nipa se memre dada me kwa sorry me dru base bi na enkrofo me namfofo ba ko de na mini no keke metan ni hia na Jerusalem ena enkaye na aka no mo free Holland ne bai patro mo soso no epemasem etimi twam ma dru akiri kura na gina ena me ma driver ni gina ye me sikoye ewa de keke catch your man say me catch you say ya de na ho brase de abutiefo men kan fa ntumi ho but I am entete
okay
obi a wonimi bia free school ase sorry enipa ye very important ebi a okra ban no bai no kra no we a minister ho kire ode baba virtue say nipa che wasmase no yamfa nto so say ne de onya ne ho nti ye de corruption no to so kra emfa kwadwo ban redu me gina kumase ofori krom taxi rank wo na obayi president Kofo time samne no local government o si ya na okoyi kokomiensa samne na monkoso radio ansa kwa che metua no kononwa be radio director oba ya kanti oveni mini ekwam do ampe bini and people were so happy we ya manyoni na abako animpa na brafom grassroots mobilization a very fantastic so yeah no
going forward the MPP should adopt that but I will come back
and
to
of course I cannot sit here completing everything without referring to my candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia I know the altar could do in America say woman this for the say the best candidate we had amongst all the contestants you want me in fact to Bawumia he was very focused this man walker sad digitalization prompted me make relationship economy me book back one make relationship ya ye can ye no so quantify at the economic term is can be brave e be saying brony can be our Latin no me dey buy English or say if you can't smile you can't keep a shop oti aboso kan oti odona oti makola oti kajetia anauti edum no wakon ani masiso ye beto ne ma no about the Syria relationship relationship ninti no cap yi mu nyina mokoto no ebi a 10 series oba you be a friend say lost leader into 10 series obi akoto 10 series no rational yin bia rational theory no is propelling say me turn 10 series am fanye 12 series wo no enam nipa ye ne awumaburu nti no obetimi de age bia 9 series 50 pesos am aboka 50 pesos amamfo nyina behunu hu nyansa say oh ene we die ne ye ebi na a life or yeah na nya dro a life did it into obia be ba ho no mawie no will have then out how do you call it one more competitors, no. Now what Pamu then you establish, you'll have done the customers, no. They will come to you. You'll have established monopoly. So what you say, Nunia, among yourself, and woman seeing about policy formulation and implementation. Name of someone your semper the first nipa.
Okay.
Any fear answer.
Looking at nipa
any fear answer faka
ni fear answer and Dr. Baomi attributes ya boss say he possesses all this in. I know it's too early, but I would like to put this question to you.
Okay.
Would you say, sir, the MPP should maintain him in 2028?
Oh, Makase Bosie. Mejitum eyam from so na me kan de o me mafem e san say empanifo atu anamo na emom no me momu de em from so aye papa mame de Yura Baomia. He's still the best candidate.
Dr. Baomia is still the best candidate.
Oh yes, I'm telling you.
MPP.
And na bayam from so ama ye party no mpanifo awuo kura no e be hye omo e say je kufo ba prensa na kufo ado otu an metiem oba prensa adwuma so ba omi abeye since 208 menia onye hu achinye ena nye se bia enokura nti na o se gina eno nko aso beyond that no he has proven himself that then ebi no nko opposition no mteto no a international community say na frɛ no eno beduru ba omi afie let us go say ye said dabre eskimo fo no kura penahwe into menia adepa ne ton.
Okay.
Adepa ne ton. I've been listening to you even when I'm not here. We producers no, though they are unseen faces. Omo produce to program excellent. So what I say, na ebi atobinko, ebi obi akodi nsekura kire no. Oh, mami nyini free ho. He is cutting his nose to spite his face. Ade abeti na adwuma na gwa yi. I'm telling you, Baumia, inia onim nipa ye. The trim, okay, I pay for Becca's the trim abobio.
Okay.
He's such a good and wonderful person. You see change ye. However, me and me advocate say I'm fan brano. And sesame coca assembly tier will be. As some coca assembly will be.
Those who may have interest.
Also, so interest now so bano. Bema sin so no ham. Or Bema was no you sikotu was Dimitri Meje. What it have also so no and cocaste expression. Lusu ye, you know. About 30% will be attributed to Crawford comment. And this you use it. In political propaganda, no, you will be beer, your friend say card stacking. You have your card stacking, and your testimonial. Your card stacking, no. Masamna Macanesado. Say a media. And opposition, you know, obey me up to a steno. I'm not a negative. Either so be a free and or be back home. I only say the auntie, your tea and so who's it. And a testimonial, not so no. What's some now, Becano? Say a negative and my party now, where the Adomako Befia the Kai, or could my boss said what time in the if a politician, it should be measured.
So the MPP suffered that in the 2024 elections.
Oh,
a lot of the things are. Some of the contestants
over the years in me cratawi me try my MPP 2020 when if nakedness promises to clothes ask his name me can somewhere NDC for no ankasa
kwaso montuma tinidin
but this you know amata you do the book we anwa
okay
and them nyasa extract no transliteration so I say kwaso montuma tinidin NDC for no ankasa testimonies you be far your mama hono na enye papa entinya party ba ko pe
okay
so what I say me the man now kinkan your monso mo kan yi na but onipa shebre ene onipa control eni nipa nsem e wonyame nsem entiya ye de na me hwe maka
okay
so what I say we your mobile yi menua eni mani mu yikura no ye hunu ne esi wini ba ye hunu ne esi wonu ani krom bole ye hunu ye shi ashama sanse wa na akoso no gbenu nsa se me your minister wan fa amana behu hwede akosie ye hu ne asi eye damago emia bebrebe a eniema esi so eye bi ma ha se kasa ena kra de binum so mo kan kra na em say anti papa no party se man kwa ne bra ya na sanse mayo bi a ye twa mu gum ni ade no ano odin but ejan man so nya bi ye man so nya bi a bra no Yura mama
Well, but Dr. Bawumia, I would like to dwell small on Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, because just last week, a research conducted by a lecturer at the KNUST also suggests that Dr. Napo also contributed to the defeat of the NPP, even though the Ashanti region, Ankasanso, led by the former majority leader, now almost conducted research into what caused the NPP's defeat. You speak good of Dr. Bawumia. Is it the case Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh did not add anything to Dr. Bawumia on the ticket and also may have contributed to the defeat?
I said, I don't know, I crowd in Kaye. I don't know, I won't Kaye. So I could crash ye. Now, be here now on another day. We will on more on the anajo. I question we no about a year go on. Into that could be a what to quine. I dear better not toilet in one must say, that Brasso is here to quine. And then name me crowd in Kaye. So we cannot sit here and say, Ubia, or your result oriented. Oba education, we know Napo's performance. Oba energy, we know his performance. Edia Bania and Nipa Bidi Nechi. It can we rubbish, he said, Nipa Biam. Of course, or Nipa. Of course, or Nipa. Intia dia Beniana, Nansu be batano. Baumiaso, Nansu be batano. Nana Kufado, Nansu be batano. Me, Nansu be batano. By young train, Emma reports no Emra. Emma reports no bra. Anything positive, I'll project it. And in communication, any marketing, we project the positives.
Okay.
So I will sit here. Now, dear Betchino, Mimi Anamo, but I know how the media also plays. Mutuya is be quite a baby. Or per headline be the next day, na fena, wouldn't be development stories near the addy. Tiano, what's a monk dream? May report now, can I'm not privy to it. But one thing I know is that Napo is result oriented.
Okay.
So, just here. Nasa mama mpoti mi akonwa baby, His Excellency. Napo beti mi akwatana baby. Yes.
So Dr. Bawumia most likely should also come with Napo.
No dear. No ne discretion.
Okay.
And the Council of Elders said obisi ajatum.
Okay.
Inti okasa me kokami bia I'm imposing
on him.
And I will not do that.
All right. Okay. Now let's come to the NDC. John Dramani Mahama. 2 months in office. In fact, maybe I'm sure we are 4 days away from 2 months. But 2 months, Anissa. Your assessment of his government so far?
Yo, minia, me da say. Sanya, me di kan MPP for do noa, including Ira Bawumia. Ye to me say, ye politics of yesterday. Na nipa no ba ya yem yenhwe. So hwe Ira Bawumia the concession speech or ye na. Everybody in the country has celebrated him. Emrampa ye handing over no. Hwe ahobrasia wade e bow before Ira ai. So what I say, it tells you say na ye ni adwumboni bia, and of course ye ni adwumboni bia. Baba bo kra say ni da so wetia oba. But obi edi tumi na ma wo no oba ye no me dey bi esende o mo fatu so. Okay,
and producer you wait to me the quote na ato so e dia mo.
Yes, o fatu so.
Na yenhwe
mem shashe mfemfiri.
Okay. Nti
me bro for jade nti ye ja am fatu. Bro na mi she dan.
All right. Nak you can put that flyer on the screen for me, but you can go ahead. Now, yeah, on the issue. So the first one, a political victory is not a coronation but a contract. That is what you say in that respect. And what do you mean by that? Okay. Okay. So while they put that on the screen for you to also see, okay, so it is on it. A political victory is not a coronation but a contract sealed not with fanfare but with the weight of responsibility. It is not a license for arrogance nor a trophy for indulgence, but a sacred trust bestowed by the people. True power is not in the fleeting thrill of celebration, but in the wisdom to govern with purpose, the discipline to uplift the nation, and the foresight to sustain legitimacy. When victory is honored with service, it renews itself. When it is squandered in excess, it crumbles under its own weight. Governance well executed is the only strategy for power well sustained. That is the first one.
Bogum.
So wait there, one guy when you ask so you have it. What do you mean by this?
The American Yan said the joy near the aswell.
Okay.
Nana Danko Kufuado. Yeah, we need 2016. And near man, Negua say, Cassie, car. A better taking film you. Uber not doing some. No can yan say, enjoy near the aswell. Control from Suman many. She and Shani and Yajuman. What is that? Another Kufuado, no one now complaining. Apart from Bible, mono. So we a year Solomon, our trade lamentations free on more. The next will be our trade lamentation year, Mama. Oh, Wintikrana, you come journey me, you are to me now.
Then the State of the Nation address, he says he was not going to lament.
Before the Minia,
or no,
well, you're smart. Say some of us had started, say, on canon to one judgment. You enjoy the idea as well. Minia, share Emra, all the kind I swearing in the first day you haven't a do some more or catch them, say, Mokono. And near my Monkoka. Is that the mark of a good leader? No. Oh, yeah, the second group, a year, local government, Ahmed. He repeated the same thing. Opa abote no. Make sure I'm say this man, he doesn't seem to grow. Oh, yeah, me bra penny, I respect him. The mama drone, his excellency, ye mu bibia ye nru. I respect him. What do we be at in Kenya or a Ghana president? But those who are managing him, everyone one kasa no kwa nani man also. You enipa bia wo options mienu options mienu a wo no asetena mu no wo ye de bania no a asetena no wo ha obetimi asi
okay
na asetena ni si a wo paw mienu opa wo edi kan eni se wo befa anamontu a wo befa so ama o ha na free o ha wo etoso mienu na emmoa na yakwadufo de no eni se da bia obesu otu amenyi ni se bia se bia ufa cheme ya wo tu ska so sort ya se a wo to sika so mpokura no a tobi nkoba despite ba anase ho Ibrahim ba se so Ghana skafu ebi ma enti wade nsa be ne demrefuam sort ya se eti a great leader is a dealer in hope. Napoleon Bonaparte rightly said it. Sort ya se ohia obi ti say Roosevelt, the 39th president of US. Na wo ya obubu ani o. And economic depression can be as man can US. Look at the way which is sorry at the edge. Now the war about try ye agenda 111. Ya pitting the baby. Akwenya who do ye jogumu. Enyuma who do ye baby. Until the crown cow how they say.
I said none of them were operational.
Oh, minia. When him the worker. Ya the nina who reports no ya the beba. Since in Chroma's time, Yang and the Kufuado. We built 48 hospitals, excluding the Agenda 111. Sort ya say, excluding the Agenda 111.
Since Kwame Nkrumah's
since Nkrumah's time, tell me. Since Nkrumah's time, onu ye Ramama oba ye no. Onu ye Rames ba ye. Na ye Rakufuada Roma. Na watimi secure funds, Eurojet project. Ama konongo de, kumawu de, bekwai de, tepa de, papai. What the kukwasa ni complaints na Kufuado de be wie Kumasi de ya de omuyahu dede na we sa 37 military hospital yes no prepare college omo ba ya no obi anwo wa woni wonti no they picked it, they sent it to Tamale
so we are government hospital and
ya Kufuor's project
na nsen ya de ya okotu otumfo anim se omu ba be wie by September so that
midi ya say
pressure work on for much no move ya ko no
midi ya say asem de o kan midi ya say ya ntimi anwie by you be picky from not less than 10%, more than 10% to 98%. O de opa ko ne ko we
they say we are government hospital
any afaridie no etike wie anaka ye den.
But even before President Kufuor left office or commission but I don't know so ya ko hodom no the project wasn't completed.
Wasn't complete. Naka him.
They say machines are able operational. Eroded for no crack. It wasn't completed.
Mamincho. Share. So nim a year UGMC. UGMC.
University of Ghana Medical.
And on your mama. Ne Professor Mars. One no ena omoshase. Phase 1 no. And no man you. Ye buy na Kufuor be wie. Eton fidie gum esan ye phase 2 ye de je wane de asoa wo opani ye se akwada se ye wo tu sie so ankere nyini utra anye ye ne wo tu amene mu ana na wakam ye wo tu sie so a what they share we say no nyina you are complaining every year you remember benye bia aspersions and innuendos me say we Bible free mon ye kwadwom in lamentations or no the second lamentations ye dwom ama na atwere ye de jo ane de asoa imagine hwe obano mo sister stations let me quote you can also check the kind citynewsroom.com eno ye 5th September 2020
okay
no kind say vote for me again to correct the wrongs of my previous government on one jitum atiefo so amoye no asa dwene yakọ say mama fe no oba o you about the self one waba enti dia free so about the self for besisa we do about the self we do waba we ni die
oba on se sign
this say be kai say John na meru aho say John to na nko ka say mo say me kwa me ma bi we ka no kwantia kanina no opa bi okura he do de ye anyway you osan ba yi me be chiro mu so osimon to me be vote for me again to correct the wrongs me bo and just no kai makotu ma me say ma ba ko eno susu no dailyview.gh.com 23rd November 2018 was say give me a second chance and I'll be truthful onu agi to me say nkontompo ni na ada no de bae enti se de ma obie na wo ba de a enfom so ankroma yeye ni afri fa yeye ni abuzi ayeye ni aliman yeye sort ase ni Rollins yeye ni akufo yeye ni akufo adu yeye no ni Mills yeye no you don't have any right to complain ya this one one e bie na no kan say montuma mbie na mayamfom so me besesa no
but is it not important to say say state of the nation address is saying no the true state of the country
true state
of the describe ya train and if he does that would you say that is also lamentation
minia the true state of the nation address no say you mama e bie na no kan the true state of the nation address yen ka say be nya wonka enka Ghana fo be wu say ye bobra oh the true state of the nation address no next week no I may not get time but frame me na by then no me study or no ne de no
okay
me study ne de no
and then the MPP
and the MPP de no and next week no say yesu ama ye da so tinkwamu call me
okay
me no one thing is say credibility in communication and just say frame one na de akiri you need to build credibility into us and facts and figures but even before that crowd minia one now can say we say e den na wo baaye tieni yo wo kopu we dra Baafi de osom pafe ni akate ya ni so wadwuma me de ba 24 hour enti nka dwuma no bebusu ama o se da ko betemu 3 me bo ana me kwa na me gini so bi ya MP a ke be fa MPs ni bi aka ho nti ono ba no anopa no na we no aba no we aba wa masa afa de obi a wo di adwuma ba no wo mfa adwuma na medu wo yi nkrofo adi ade chi ya Exim Bank ye yi nkrofo adi ani afa nkrofo akwese ho
but he says munyina muji to mu at the transition level
say ba kwa hunu na yes an transition team so afro bi abusa no menia sa o je NDC ni je Rama Madi a e ya je mo
but fundamental question is they make reference ya wasafu mafu your kan
say mama say vote for me again to correct the wrongs of my previous government na say we your kan no it sums everything
okay
ya safu mafu de no kan no sanya enye ba ya safu mafu kra kan suggest ye no ekufu adam fa anya dwuma o
the MPP never laid anybody off
me say even doctors no nurses no de no kra no ya your time no less than 2 weeks and almost am omu nyina ba ya Kufuado didn't do that but say me trust in mama the litany of a year between 2008 2016 near NDC phone call for Oko National Investment Bank they sacked about 50 of them ADB about 60 of them National Security about 80 of them so what you say a year the saying NADMO what we jidu na adi a what mo penchant what more to be developed nimdie ni ho ntino yenyi obi ne fa no be shem yenye wo nimdie ni ntino e be mo aka onya ye bia ka ho domrevo de ikra ko ba yi ya no mo kan wasem oh you heard what ofusu kwa ti be gina o kan wasi saban no constitution no sade be chi kura no a wo tumi di sade chi we forgotten it na minia na politicians yambo modern ngunu say dachi o hunti e kasem na yehwe ye you should be measured so wa nhwe ye no opportunity kakraka hwe memfe na Ghana nyina ye tie mi wo wa nhwe ye be ye odam wa keka nsem bi
but at the end of the day Domlevo was so sad
and na make kire we say nya na nye sort ase enya na nye what do you say vote for me again to correct the wrongs of my previous government and no citynewsroom.com faith September 2020
okay
so the to Bible ho a look angoma no nka twi se twi ne look angoma no etri du miensa sichemu nkro no so kan 1 to 9 na obenya ni nyina odifo bi a ode na sase e ma obi so onye fuo no nti afene duru ye no obehwese fuo no aso a oba ye na fuo no minia na chese anso enti afuo wura na ibufui na oka kire pani ni se ontwagu na pani ni kojanum se mi wura mesro nyabotre yamma na foforo bi anaso aba anso dia ni atwagu let us spare it this year also perhaps it's going to bear fruits ebi ni dia mama kan yo Ghana fo bi nim yan se o wa ba yamfom so pa onu akura ni nani ewu ni trim duase motuma me biem na me ba me nya biem ene ene obi a okopo wo driver oso mpafe here is the case say wo ban corruption aka ho asem and in the history of Ghana under John Dramani Mama corruption dey see and obi see that ento si yantuma bio na beye na wo ba ya oba no tumi no kura yenya mfa ma wo no Akufo Addo abotire no you took advantage and adi ora betena ho meboa wo di ora yi betena ho no mo a e dia ni ora yi se wonyi CID ni e na wonyi yoko ni e na wonyi papa ya ono so da bia osoro abubu one friend special prosecutor so anwan won so sa ankwanoma se na de di ankwanoma no na be je otu lumba nyoma hwa minia when you are signing somebody ruler the person's level of
but he was appointed by the NPP.
Me no problem enti edi jawa na nke dia so awo
okay
why you adwuma tell me what is me appointment but me the catch am say
the argument is that as a NPP you seem not to like the aura ebi say ebia musuro ana bibi say is that
minia meka na kan china say adeboni NPP enya de se ani je ho bibia ye mra bia no anti da na Akufo Addo kan was obia no a unya appointment wono ye frɛ wako
okay
so tiase we are not tie eya na ye nya daje hwɛ ni ma bi omudi wora no ba ye na mu no omo ye Dominic Anyini omo ye ni vetting asmo kan say tribunal ukwa ya busa na say dia ni tribunal uka Ghana fo meriwa ne nkokora ne yesu hwɛ bipo iso eye Akufu General Akufu 45 minutes and the tribunal ye kuku no a champion kromo nya da opportunity adia it invokes pain and okay enti ora now the buy no fa so say meba nya botre na ka ora no na ka ora no sanka ye impo na apa credibility na this for ye no fast enough wa o de yan komra na nsem ho
all right into on the aura and any tribunal now we'll come back to that. You are still live on Atenka TV. The agenda when you go so yeah watch and after this break you better conversation don't go anywhere. This afternoon Adomako Baafi, former communications director ma NPP Amanyekuno. Before the break now we were speaking about corruption and then John Mohammed's antidotes. NDC on one thing, they believe that Orano will be a potent way of solving the issue of corruption, especially in the MPP administration. Of course, so you've heard of the NSS issue.
No, Minia.
Any other issues?
NSS issue. NSS issue. So far, the NSA invitation, my invited deputy. No, they can you hear anymore? Penny focus and me say and pentimumwa. It is what penny ye pa nanka. Obenya credibility di ama ora no a Samuel Okuje to na ekoda no e na so hu parliament ahopopo e kan no ne ade menua yen concept is my brother it I will not expose but as time goes on we hu ma e koso they to so biem obi a okopo owu adraba no se wo kura ya de chen hwe enipa be 60 when you wo nyina wo kura de ye CID ye police and the year investigation and the dia ko gina ho a court ubebua wotimi yi wa mukra fra fiase a wasam be bi no promotion from deputy to substantive.
Npp'S 60.
Yes, maybe.
Who are, because I know of some of the cases the attorney general but 60 I don't know what
and to can the only now we na make comedy and so
what the 60 I know of the current finance minister Dr. Kislato Banfos in the case attorney general what was the name the man who
recently Ghana fa na matwa onu ko wura ofori atafie no say kra.
I'm trying to recollect his name, but I've
okay. Richard
Jackpa. Collins Dowda case has been dropped, and then democracy have for them.
Miracle, because on Kwan de. You on Kwan a ho. Unim Pado do wom. It has a what Tiani.
These are the political figures.
Esiamadi.
Okay.
So Esiamadi. Unim ni pa wom. Obi anam no so ma Ghana ye banks edrum pempen so Akufo-Addo amem am yan hwedi yankane ni bank of Ghana no.
But it was the former now the current governor and no
na make it no a deputy o. Na wo sua na mo wi akurampo no kwa bi tromu yi. Na no wa hu na si nyina fifie no.
The current attorney general says that there was a memo. Chodima, the former attorney general, said that case had no merit in
now, Uche said,
you should drop it.
Uche said, Godfrey, that means so bad, but things Papa and true for power. Also, on counter. I have all the documents.
Okay.
We came out to counter. Mrs. So to meet here and this for woman narratives are any in your brema bonsam. What you say? Now, or Paddy will be asking the con. Shani Padu, you are membre. Now, who could put word rabas and puffing again? Obi a wono ba ya o se yenye na mfom so wunyai no hwe yetia e na mo amsantre ni bi but ebinum so banti no ye on santrefo papa te sem de wo sebi abonefo ya ye nim adwuma no mo santrefo ya bi ko gina ho monko ko obuase what is what committee women organizer obuase wonu so gina monko nipa nso ne wuye what is what kan ho bibi obi a wo no ba no obadu ya pe what committee the dampare na ato ano so on 2020 election any 2024 yan kenchiri for asempa kodo but dampare na ankasa no in charge of security meboa na se asem si no ho no ono ade de ne ye na Akufo-Addo ye ko ayawaso ye ni boni an this for the planning ye de no mo ye. But abanity so no person bibia ko yie no wakofa eye Emily Short justice say wona hweso ade na unfa independent
but the recommendations from that particular inquiry were not implemented omo a ye bo muti omo mu pra wo it was one of the issues basically the NDC says those people did not get respite police for a car say suspend you never happened
hey omo narratives. Now, and this for Betium, Quahom 2008 manifesto. One with this Mobila be shame. A band of Mucopper soldier for your money, Momo. A yes, not Chato so.
Where people punish for that.
Rocco Frimpong. And this is 5 year campaign 2008. Campaign on me at this time, no. At the same stand of the year. The problem we had, they say, we were not able to counter a near mano misinformation, disinformation, and the Eke. The American say, see, I implement you. At least one thing is certain. You can find independent body. Mebuana. And to some the Nanka, there are no Ewasono, Jaji Pinot or the Secra.
Asante Pichu.
Appear to. And then the Ambo but independently.
But it is the outcome that Ghanaians were looking for.
And I make us say,
saying,
now we're cried here. Say, and when you be the outcome. Now where you are no in charge, you know. And the outcome will be put waka. And I make the actors to say, as some be so, no. Was young 2020 dear. Wake a damango. And we are getting election, we are body petrol. And can Sabi, we start from the known to the unknown. Wow, Crawford, more yet to the sense of you, Kumasi cry here to about you council of state, Shadom Koyeho. What is he at you? And then Galam say out the year campaign the day, no, and then your buyer President see no evil and talk no evil. And that is getting intensified. Munia, Joy FM, Erastus Asare. He was even threatened. Anamebwana, Nana Manfo Nim NDC. When we decided to soften our claws. Because me know some mayor for mono. After 1 year, I heard there be an albetrim. Miss Masma can be a ginasso. Masma can be a possible. Can I hear the can't come for Brony and somewhat on my money, I see a Dunkatia, Sammy Jamfi, any Sam George, any who could you travel a canamo can create money Joyce Bawano. Senana Kufadu dear Chile. Now, what the other demo buy a quarter the budget. Oh, when you're ready, Minia, you ever can some by the other day, ya the Fianza, Yamisro, no, my hodo. Domo can try LGBT in the Adi. Ye young crofom Dinamu, that may can. They send crofon my dear Nimuka, they are victims. What me a part of? And then they cohere your phone,
LGBTQI, those who championed it, some of them were.
I'm telling you. Santa said, then no Macom one or two. And then Macom one or two.
But the president says, a man
no, is
yeah, I expired into his.
And you may be on no more, and you may be on no more. In as much as I don't trust so much ideologies, no. We are the free. Yeah, center right. Yeah, conservatives. We believe in the tradition. So we are go. Now center right for no. Yeah, one of the features they say we are against LGBT. Yeah, ni Republicans.
You believe in upholding
the tradition.
The tradition is there.
NDC for no. Yeah, no, we they come and massive change. What would they believe in that? They accept it.
But you said a while ago, say politics and nowadays it doesn't matter whether they you are center left or center right.
Say only winning votes, no. Name of identification, you know, there. So what you say? So the fact that me call SD intimate, HUBR. Adobe Pentecost, Toby nom, woman at retain will be a. I saw in the oho. And no, they identify an oho. But near maybe one more, we are the Benya, yen, the tossing you abortion, you don't accept it. Yen center right for no, women, what would you do? It was many Democrats for no, and they took a cassa. And to the no more yen in Yano, we foresaw. And I near be a TM Sanko for Yadio and I'm really.
So was a nice opportunity for the MPP to have assented to that particular bill, the former president.
What was I?
The former president.
Oh, Vinia.
Nana
Kufuado. Ne papa wo no presby ni papa. No a presbyter. 1 year wonu tum and no call Anglican. Nana Kufuado sebi or yare said ya ben ya akra no a. Ne Sunday and it's what call or the saying or call Parliament to sorry
Richard Accra Church or Richard
you know what you say obekwa kobo ni mpae na so we the video bi ana auto Reverend Charles Wesley nyom Love Divine now church the papa ni si tro nyom ni ade na menua wo you obi a obi kra ni nyame na obi nyina ho but for me despite everything papa no obi nyame baby o nyina duru say ya ye ba no na manfo Sunday school ati wo video bi a obo yare bi a menua abrante no onse nyame and then na Kufuado baby odure nyina fekura na hode na ba what you say the trap another and into the American yes one say wono enya de sa nyama osososo
okay
yewraba omia no so osososo odi ye campaign so mpene so yewra mama de fon because they no moye they toso biu asem na call hon mo no one be said at the court. Now you are a lawyer, not just an ordinary lawyer. Or you be a Mr. Papano, the trimmer bill. Nana Kufuado share law report to 2 on more. What you say?
2 weeks before he left office,
yes.
Supreme Court he had opportunity to
now
sign.
2 weeks about 2 on me near the idea. You did you near the aswell. So what you say? Oh, Papa, obewo. Enu ja okokovu na de be china commercial bank for be ka jo say ulma beje kakra afa na besu ti kokko no fa kotwe.
All right, over next week we will look forward say be say Asia wona
na one kind the second one no
the second one no okay my main kind briefly na fe yonko me time na so nti
mo check kakra na me so my break
asante so let me read this Mbacho Fato Sumame. It says leadership is not a refuge for recycled failures nor a pulpit for endless lamentations. It is a solemn duty, a covenant with the people to confront crisis with vision, courage, and unwavering resolve. True leaders do not retreat into excuses or shift blame. They rise to the occasion, turning adversity into opportunity and despair into progress.
Yes.
A nation thrives not on words, but on decisive action and bold solutions. Ghana deserves leadership that builds, not one that bemoans.
Exact on say ja yenya kwa literature kakra. Ene brofo na ja we brofo de.
O brofo ni mu de papa.
Ene meta ma obi anu ata. Yes. Menua ye di ju ane de asoa wo. Na de ewura mama nam no de. Aye te se bema otu oba no de wo de anu odin afemu wu wie na sanadwo. Yare aka kwada no a wo mmom a be ka oba no am ye de akwa na kono. Na wo wu anei me ba ne yare o ebi ni mama.
All right.
Ene de obo ni tiri so ba de American se menua. Ene wo a wo di 24 hours de me yakura ne se kakra da me ho a nka medie no. Enkuko e makobo nkuko buo nku amako ahenu. Enkuko buo e ma.
Nkete omoma. So you believe in that?
O say me po Ghana for do no aba etu am say my bonkuko buo yi ama ne no me ne edue na ayi. Can we trust this man? No, the second time
but is it not well he's yet to read his first budget?
Me say me see nyabotre ne tie. Say akwada onyi obetoka no on ma no obusa ne bo me bo a.
Okay.
Eniema kakra ma bobo so yi ebrent mamba bo ni nyina. Wo ni da so. Nyame mu ne wo ni da so. De bompa ama ne so nya dwen sakra.
All right.
Na se ne butai pa so obese na ko. Hwe ba bi ode same jamfi akoto. Eye gold ho no mo no.
BMC. All right, it's Adomako Baafi, former communications director of the NPP, and you know, become on the agenda.